One of the most important decisions you'll make when you first start dropshipping is which supplier to choose. And a good supplier can be the difference between breaking even and making a ton of money with dropshipping. So it's important that you choose the right one. So in today's video, I'll be comparing two of the most popular suppliers out there, Hypersku and Fulfillman. We'll talk about the pros and cons of both and which one is right for you and your business. So make sure to pay close attention to this video so you know which supplier to choose. My name's Alex if you're new, and without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So first, let's talk about what actually makes a good supplier. I want to give you guys a few different things to consider. And I'll keep this brief because I have covered this many times on this channel. But the first thing you should always be looking for with any supplier you work with is low pricing. Between your product cost, service fees, any storage fees, transaction fees, anything else. You want to consider every little cost of doing business with these suppliers. And you want to ensure that they can get you the lowest pricing possible, from your product cost to your shipping fees, and no hidden fees in between. Because a lot of the mainstream suppliers out there will try to scam you with all these hidden fees. Not only that, you want to make sure every supplier you work with has fast shipping options. You want to make sure that once your customers order from you, they should be able to get their package in just 3 to 5 days. Because in 2025, you're competing directly with e-commerce giants like Amazon that can get their products delivered in the same day or the next day. So 30-day delivery times have to be a thing of the past. And so do AliExpress suppliers, that goes without saying. So between low pricing and fast shipping, you want to make sure every product you send out is high quality. You want to make sure every supplier you work with has a good quality control team in place, meaning they're inspecting every single item you send out before they package it. That way you know every single order you send out is high quality. You don't want to send out broken products or products that the customers didn't order. And just like you as a business owner need to have good communication and transparency, so does your supplier with you. And that's my next point. Every supplier you work with should have good communication. They should be reaching out to you weekly, if not daily, with information about your business, any new trends, increases in demand, any issues that arise when your inventory starts to get low and you need to order more, any price changes or anything similar. They need to let you know. Luckily, the private supplier I use has assigned me my own dedicated account manager, so I can ask them any questions I have and they let me know everything to do with my business every single day. This is essential if you want to build a brand in 2025. So besides those 4 key points, you want to look at any extra items that your suppliers include. Do they offer services like product photography? Do they offer branding options like putting your logo on your products or on your packages? Do they have their own private line of logistics to get your shipping costs lower but arriving much faster? What additional services can they provide you and your brand? These are all things you want to consider. So now that you know what to look for in a good supplier, let's go over our first option, Hypersku. So Hypersku is another popular private dropshipping supplier out there, and you can see a little more information about them right here on their homepage. So it says they offer 15 different niches. They have over 2,000 suppliers they work with. They integrate directly with Shopify and WooCommerce. They offer 7 to 12 day shipping to 72 different countries. They have 7 global warehouses and all this other information over here. So it says that you can source products using Hypersku in just 2 business days. They offer private label products where you can put your logo on your packaging and on thank you cards. So already comparing Hypersku to AliExpress, it says you have 1 to 3 day processing time compared to 7-day processing time on AliExpress. And obviously you guys know with e-packet shipping on AliExpress, many times you're waiting 20 to 30 business days for these packages to arrive. But it says right here that with Hypersku, you're getting just 7 to 12 day shipping worldwide. And they have a 99% delivery rate compared to AliExpress's 90%. Because if you've been dropshipping for quite some time now, you know that AliExpress products tend to never arrive. So if you're dropshipping on AliExpress, prepare to issue a ton of refunds. But they offer their customization options in the form of thank you cards and custom packaging. Looks like they can also put your logo on your products and create custom bundling options. So one of the great things about Hypersku is that they have warehouses in the US, the UK, as well as China. So you have more localized fulfillment options, and this can just help bring your delivery times down. And now with new issues like tariffs on the horizon, working with global suppliers can help you cut down on some of these new costs. And unlike many of the dropshipping suppliers out there, you only pay as you get orders. There's no upfront costs, there's no MOQs. You only have to pay the supplier for each order you fulfill. So they have a wide product selection with over 2,000 suppliers. They have a good quality control team in place. They have a lower cost than many of the traditional suppliers out there. And they integrate directly with Shopify, so they'll handle all of your orders as they come in. You can focus on what really matters, just making sales. But now let's talk about some of the cons associated with Hypersku. Now, some of their express shipping options are very expensive. And this will cut into your profit margins, especially for low margin products. So you always want to keep every cost in mind. Because while they can deliver their products in just a few days, this service comes at a significantly higher price. They're also only limited to a certain amount of niches, so there might actually be some products that this company can't source. And while they only have 17 niches, working with over 2,000 suppliers seems a little excessive to me. It seems like it can be a little hard for them to manage logistics with that, and I would imagine that their quality control department lacks because of it. So keep that in mind. I have heard from many customers of Hypersku that they can't keep up with seasonal demand. So during certain peak seasons, they do have challenges fulfilling orders and you will experience many delays. While some of these delays are less severe than AliExpress, you do want to avoid them entirely. And I've also heard that their customer support team really isn't that great. They take forever to respond to inquiries, and even when they do, they're not very helpful. I've asked a few people that I know used Hypersku in the past, and I got some pretty mixed responses. Some say they're significantly better than AliExpress, while others say their service is just complete garbage. So try them out and let me know what you think. But we also have one more supplier to talk about. But before we jump into our next winning product, I want to show you guys how I'm actually able to find 6- and 7-figure products to sell on my own stores. I started recently using this tool called Zik Analytics, and Zik will show you the top performing Shopify stores, their top performing products, how many orders it's getting. You can take a look at their current ads, even their suppliers. This is one of the most advanced product research tools on the market right now, and you can actually get started for just $1. Now, I already locked in a year for myself, and I've been using this tool every single day. But in case you're interested, I'll go ahead and leave a link for Zik down below. You can see their market insights dashboard right here, where it's going to show you the top performing stores and the top performing products every single day, or you can use their Shopify store sales tracker to track some of the top performing stores on the market. You can even go a step further and use their product explorer tool to look up winning products using all of this search criteria right here. You can look up dropshipping stores, one product stores, print on demand stores. And you can even look up the minimum and maximum amount of sales and revenue. You can include or exclude certain keywords that are related to your niche. And you can just use this tool to find products that are doing over $100,000 a month. With Zik Analytics, I can find products just like this and test them on my own stores in the same day. This used to be unheard of with dropshipping. So like I mentioned, I'll leave a link for Zik down below in case you guys are interested. Try it out and let me know what you think. All right, now let's talk about our next private supplier, Fulfillman. We'll talk about the pros and cons of working with Fulfillman, and then we'll compare both of these suppliers. And I'll show you guys which supplier is better. Now, Fulfillman is a 3PL or a third-party logistics service, and this just means that they'll source all of your products for you. They'll store them in their own warehouses. They'll quality check every item before it's sent out, and they'll ship out every single package for every order that comes in for you. You never have to touch any of your own products or deal with any of your customers. Fulfillment will handle all of this for you. So that way you can focus on what's really important, finding winning products and making sales. Now, Fulfillment has strategically placed warehouses all over the world. They have warehouses in countries like the US, the UK, Europe, Australia, and Asia. And this just ensures the fastest shipping times with localized delivery options. So if you're selling products in the UK, they'll ship from the UK. If you're selling products in the US, they'll ship from the US, Australia, China, anywhere else. Now, Fulfillment offers some of the most extensive branding and custom packaging services I've seen. Without any MOQs or minimum orders, Fulfillment can put your logo on all of your products, on all of your packages. They can create custom thank you cards, flyers, gift cards, anything you need for your business. And this just helps you stand out from your competition and build a real brand. Now, just like Hypersku, Fulfillment will link up directly with top platforms like Shopify or WooCommerce. And that way you can completely automate your order fulfillment. As you start to get orders on your Shopify store, Fulfillment will log in and take care of all of this for you. And this just reduces the amount of work that you have to do every day. And if you outsource aspects like your customer service and your marketing, you can run a 6- and 7-figure dropshipping brand completely hands-off. And when you learn to build these systems and completely automate everything, you can later sell that brand for a lot of money. So it's important that you work with a reputable supplier right away. Now, Fulfillment has some of the best sourcing options that I've seen. If you're looking for a product and it's not on their catalog, you can reach out to them directly and they'll go ahead and source it for you. While Fulfillment only works with a select few suppliers, they do have manufacturers all over the world, so they can pretty much source anything you need them to. This can be dropshipping products, this can be print-on-demand products, this can even be custom-made products. If you got any questions about what Fulfillment can source for you, just reach out to them directly. Now, unlike many of the other supplier catalogs you see online, all of their inventory is updated in real time. So if it shows that they have this product, they have that product. Now, Fulfillment offers many different shipping options, but they actually have their own private line of logistics. This ensures that your products can get delivered to your customers in just 3 to 5 days or less. Go ahead and take a look. I pulled up some of my recent tracking numbers right here from one of my own stores, and you can see that I'm getting just 5-day shipping from China to the US right now. This is completely unheard of with any of the other suppliers out there, including Hypersku. Now, Fulfillment also has one of the strongest quality control teams in place. They quality check every item as it arrives at their warehouse and before it's sent out. That way you know that every product your customer receives is high quality from you, and your customers will appreciate you for this, and they'll keep coming back time and time again to buy more from you. Now, Fulfillment allows sellers to test products without bulk ordering. They don't have any MOQs or minimum order quantities. And this is ideal for when you're testing new products and looking to start that new business. Because most private suppliers require you to order tens of thousands of units of your product to even be able to use their warehouse. And then they charge you countless fees on top of that, but not Fulfillment. And like I mentioned previously, Fulfillment has a dedicated team of product photographers. They can do product photography, videography, graphic design, anything you need them for. And this content can be used on your website, on your social media pages, on your ads, or anywhere else you need them. So now let's compare these two suppliers, Hypersku and Fulfillment. Now, Hypersku does have fast shipping options, 5 to 12 days to most major markets, but Fulfillment excels with their express shipping options. They advertise on their website 10 to 20 day shipping, but I've never had a product arrive to my customer in more than 7. Most products I'm getting delivered to my customers in just 5 to 7 days. Now, Fulfillment offers more custom branding options, and it's actually significantly cheaper than Hypersku. Hypersku offers less options at a higher cost. So between shipping and branding, Fulfillment's already the better option. Now let's talk about product quality. With Hypersku, they work with over 2,000 suppliers. This can make it very hard to quality check every item. They do have high standards with their inspections, but it's very easy to miss certain products when you work with that many suppliers. And from what I've seen, their quality actually varies from supplier to supplier. And quality control is a lot more strict at Fulfillment. They work with only a handful of vetted suppliers that they trust, and they have a small dedicated quality control team in place that inspects every item before it's sent out. And if your product arrives damaged, broken, or not at all, Fulfillment will replace it. No questions asked. Now let's talk about customer support or communication. Hypersku has support in multiple languages, but the response times vary. Fulfillment has 24/7 support, and they address any issues that arise very quickly. Their focus is maintaining their seller relationships, so they do everything they can to ensure that you have a great experience working with them. So if you think about it, with quality control, pricing, shipping options, and everything else in mind, I would say that Fulfillment is the better option of these two. But let me know what you think. Go ahead and try them both out and let me know which option you think is better. I've personally been using Fulfillment on my own stores, and they've been nothing but great for me. They've allowed me to get my costs down, my shipping speeds increased, and my customer satisfaction increased as a result, meaning their customer lifetime value is also going up. I'm making a lot more money per customer because they're just happy with my brand. And that's exactly what you should be looking for. That's everything you need to know about those two suppliers, Hypersku and Fulfillman. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've been using Fulfillman for years on my own businesses, and they've been nothing but great for me. So I'll go ahead and leave a link for them down below in case you're interested. And if you found any value in this video, consider leaving a like, sharing it with others, and subscribing for more. I also have a ton of helpful resources linked down below to help you guys get started. Don't miss out on any of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.